In an age where the urge to share every aspect of life on social media has become a norm, we are often tempted to expose more than we protect. The need to showcase achievements, struggles, and even daily routines drives a cycle of seeking external validation and applause. But what if this path leads us away from true fulfillment? What if the answer lies not in revealing, but in concealing? Ancient Stoic philosophy teaches a contrary perspective, a way of living that guards the private aspects of our lives and directs our attention inward. The practice of discretion, modesty, and restraint offers us a deeper, more tranquil path to growth. Stoicism is not merely a philosophy of endurance. It is a way of living that encourages us to look inward, to understand our desires and fears, and to cultivate a life aligned with our values. This video will explore why never expose yourself is not just advice against oversharing, but a profound way to fortify your inner strength, achieve true peace, and live according to the principles that genuinely matter. By the end of this video, you will understand why guarding the private aspects of your life is not about hiding. It's about protecting the sacred space of your inner self. You will learn how discretion can become a source of power, why humility strengthens our resolve, and how solitude reveals the true nature of resilience. So, if you're ready to delve into Stoicism, reflect on the path to inner mastery, and cultivate a life of silent strength, then stay with us. Each part of this video will guide you deeper into the wisdom of Stoicism and perhaps lead you to a more balanced and fulfilled life. The power of discretion, guarding the sacred. What happens when we share every thought, action, or achievement with the world? In a culture that values visibility, many of us equate sharing with authenticity. But is authenticity truly about exposing everything? Or is there value in holding some things back, in protecting certain parts of our lives? Stoicism teaches us to be deliberate in what we share and to recognize that some things are better kept private. Discretion allows us to maintain control over our lives, shielding us from the whims of public opinion. When we expose less, we also depend less on external approval and cultivate an inner strength that is not easily shaken. The Stoic philosophers emphasized the importance of self-sufficiency and internal mastery. To them, living according to one's own values meant not seeking the applause of others. When was the last time you protected a personal goal or aspiration from public view? Did you notice a difference in how you pursued it? Reflect on how keeping certain aspects of life private can foster resilience, focus, and personal growth. To cultivate true strength, let us learn to guard what is precious and resist the need to expose everything. In the next section, we will explore how Stoic philosophy encourages us to find serenity in inner mastery, not public recognition. Serenity comes from inner mastery. For the Stoics, the pursuit of serenity was not about avoiding life's hardships, but mastering one's reactions to them. True tranquility comes from inner strength, not from the approval of others. If we constantly seek validation, we become vulnerable to the fluctuations of public opinion. External praise can fade as quickly as it appears. But if we cultivate inner mastery, control over our emotions and desires, we remain calm amidst the storms of life. Have you ever felt proud of an achievement only to feel disappointed when it didn't receive the recognition you expected? This disappointment shows us that our peace was tied to something external, something beyond our control. Stoicism reminds us that real freedom and peace are found in detaching our self-worth from external factors. The Stoic path teaches that the essence of a well-lived life is not about displaying accomplishments, but about silently cultivating virtues like courage, justice, wisdom, and self-discipline. When we focus on internal growth, we are free from the anxiety of seeking approval. This brings us closer to true serenity. Let us move forward to understand why quiet acts of kindness often surpass public displays, and why Stoic philosophy values the virtue of humility over ego. Quiet generosity is the greatest kindness. In today's world, acts of generosity are often shared for likes and comments, but the Stoics saw this as a potential trap. Genuine kindness does not seek recognition. It should be given quietly, for its own sake, rather than for public approval. The Stoic idea is that true virtue manifests not in outward proclamations, but in subtle, authentic actions that resonate deeply within. Imagine a candle lighting a dark room. Its warmth is gentle, its illumination quiet but profound. Stoic generosity is like this flame, bringing light to those in need without making itself the center of attention. By practicing silent generosity, we reflect on the sincerity of our motives and remain humble. Why do you feel compelled to share your good deeds? Is it truly to inspire others, or do you seek the comfort of recognition? Consider the benefits of keeping some acts of kindness private. In doing so, you allow yourself to give freely, and in return, find peace in the act itself rather than in others' reactions. Quiet acts of generosity build our character in ways that public gestures never can. Next, we will delve into the burden of resentment and the power of forgiveness as a tool for freedom. Forgiveness frees the soul. Resentment is like an invisible chain that keeps us bound to past wounds. Stoicism teaches that harboring bitterness is a heavy burden that only harms the one who carries it. It does not diminish the wrong done, but amplifies its impact on our soul. By choosing forgiveness, we release ourselves from the emotional weight that prevents us from moving forward. The Stoics emphasized that forgiveness is not a passive act, but a profound expression of strength. It is a conscious decision to let go of the negativity that clouds our judgment and disrupts our peace. Have you ever held onto a grudge and noticed how it affected your mood, your relationships, or your overall well-being? Forgiveness frees us from these chains, allowing us to embrace life with a lighter heart. Are you holding on to resentment against someone? How does it serve you? If you can let go of this burden, even if just a little, imagine the peace and freedom you could gain. Embracing forgiveness liberates us from the chains of the past and opens the door to a more serene present. In the next section, we will discuss the wisdom of protecting our dreams and ambitions from premature exposure. Protect your dreams from the winds of skepticism. When it comes to our deepest aspirations, exposure can be a double-edged sword. Sharing our ambitions with the world can invite encouragement, but also skepticism, criticism, and doubt. Stoicism teaches us to protect our dreams as if they were delicate seeds. When nurtured quietly, they have the chance to grow strong before facing the harsh winds of external judgment. Consider how you approach your personal goals. Do you announce them immediately, or do you allow them to take root in your own soul first? Publicizing goals too soon can weaken our resolve, especially when we encounter negativity or doubt from others. There is strength in nurturing our aspirations privately, letting them flourish in silence. How do you feel when others criticize your plans or cast doubt on your goals? Reflect on whether this affects your motivation. Could protecting your dreams help you stay focused and more resilient? By keeping our ambitions shielded from the world's scrutiny, we allow them the space to grow undisturbed. Let us now explore how discretion can be a powerful tool when dealing with uncertainty. Silence in times of uncertainty. Life is often filled with doubts, challenges, and the unknown. In these moments, there is a temptation to seek validation and comfort by sharing our fears with others. However, the Stoics saw value in maintaining discretion even in times of uncertainty. Constantly revealing our doubts can make us more vulnerable, exposing us to the influence of others' fears and judgments. Stoicism teaches that true confidence is not demonstrated by shouting one's doubts to the world, but by finding strength in silent reflection. The Stoics encouraged us to seek answers within ourselves and to embrace solitude as a space for contemplation. Have you ever found clarity only after taking a step back from the noise of others' opinions? This is the power of silence. Do you feel the need to voice your doubts, or can you find value in keeping some struggles private? Could this help you develop deeper self-reliance? Embracing silence allows us to navigate our doubts with greater clarity and inner strength. Next, we will discuss why avoiding the habit of criticizing others can be a path to personal growth. Avoid criticism and embrace understanding. Criticizing others may seem like a harmless act, but it is more like throwing stones into a calm lake. Each judgment we cast ripples outward, disturbing our inner peace. The Stoics understood that engaging in criticism diverts energy away from self-improvement. When we judge others, we often neglect to examine our own flaws. Stoicism teaches us to replace judgment with empathy and understanding. Instead of pointing out faults, the Stoics practiced compassion, knowing that everyone carries their own burdens. This approach not only fosters better relationships, but also cultivates our own character. How often do you find yourself judging others? What does this habit bring you, and what does it take away? By refraining from harsh judgments, we direct our focus inward, where real growth occurs. The next time you are tempted to criticize, ask yourself what deeper understanding you could gain by choosing empathy instead. True growth lies in understanding rather than in judging. Let's now turn to the Stoic value of solitude and its role in finding peace and clarity in a chaotic world. Solitude as a sanctuary for the soul. In an era where every moment seems to demand connection, solitude is often misunderstood. For the Stoics, solitude was not about loneliness, but about finding a sanctuary for the soul. It provided a space for introspection, allowing one to explore thoughts and emotions away from the influence of others. Solitude offers an opportunity for deep reflection, a place where one can confront fears, desires, and aspirations without distraction. How often do you allow yourself moments of solitude? Do you see it as a burden or as a gift? Reflect on the times when solitude brought you clarity or helped you overcome a challenge. Have you noticed how your thoughts change when you are truly alone, with no external voices to influence them? Solitude allows us to reconnect with our inner wisdom, to listen to the quiet truths that can be drowned out by constant noise. Solitude is a powerful ally on the journey toward self-discovery and inner peace. In the next section, we will discuss the wisdom in keeping failures and unlearned lessons private. Keep failures private to foster true growth. We all stumble, and we all experience failure. The Stoics did not see failure as a source of shame, but as a natural part of life that offers valuable lessons. However, constantly discussing our unlearned lessons can dilute the introspective process. Stoicism advises us to keep certain struggles private, allowing us to reflect on them more deeply. When you experience a setback, do you find yourself talking about it openly, or do you take the time to understand its significance first? By sharing failures too soon, we may miss out on the opportunity for personal growth that comes from quiet reflection. How can you approach failure with a mindset of improvement? Can you find value in holding some lessons close to your heart until they are fully understood? By keeping failures private, we protect the sacred space where true transformation occurs. Let us now turn our attention to the importance of discretion when sharing future plans. The power of keeping your plans to yourself. In the age of social media, sharing our ambitions has become commonplace. But for the Stoics, discretion in revealing future plans was a sign of wisdom. When we share our goals prematurely, we expose them to the judgments of others, potentially weakening our resolve. Keeping our aspirations private allows us to pursue them with undivided focus and without external pressure. Consider the times you've shared a goal with others. Did their reactions motivate or discourage you? Reflect on the value of keeping your plans to yourself, at least until they are firmly in motion. Are there goals you are currently working toward? How would protecting them from public view help you stay committed? By keeping our plans private, we strengthen our determination and avoid the distractions of external judgment. Now, let's discuss the Stoic perspective on using failure and setbacks as tools for growth. Using failure as a stepping stone to success, Stoicism teaches that adversity is not something to be feared but embraced. It is an opportunity for growth and self-improvement. When faced with failure, a Stoic does not despair. Instead, they see it as a stepping stone toward wisdom. By reframing failure as a valuable teacher, we learn to grow stronger and more resilient. Think about a recent setback in your life. How did you respond? Did you see it as an obstacle or as a chance to learn something valuable? Reflecting on our failures helps us to identify areas where we can improve and develop greater strength. Have you ever considered that the path to success is often filled with failure? How can you use your setbacks to refine your character and develop virtues like patience, courage, and humility? Embracing failure as a teacher allows us to navigate life's challenges with greater wisdom and fortitude. Let's now explore why Stoicism emphasizes living according to one's values rather than seeking external validation. Living according to your values. Stoicism encourages us to live according to our values rather than conforming to societal expectations. The pursuit of virtue, qualities such as courage, justice, wisdom, and self-control, is the ultimate goal in Stoicism. When we align our actions with our principles, we experience a sense of fulfillment that goes beyond temporary success or praise. Reflect on your daily actions. Are they aligned with your deepest values, or are they driven by the desire for recognition? When we prioritize our principles over popularity, we find a deeper sense of purpose and contentment. What would happen if you made a conscious effort to act in accordance with your values every day, regardless of whether anyone noticed? How would this affect your self-perception and your outlook on life? Living in alignment with our values brings a sense of peace that external achievements cannot provide. In the next section, we will discuss how maintaining inner equanimity in the face of adversity is a cornerstone of Stoic resilience. Thank you for staying with us throughout this exploration of Never Expose Yourself and the wisdom of Stoicism. If you've found value in these teachings, please share your thoughts in the comments below. We encourage you to reflect on your experiences with discretion, inner mastery, and living according to your values. What challenges have you faced, and how have Stoic principles helped you navigate them? If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to our channel for more insights on Stoicism and personal growth. Share this video with friends who might find it helpful and join us on this journey toward a more balanced and tranquil life. Remember, the practice of Stoicism is not about eliminating life's challenges, but about facing them with courage, wisdom, and inner strength. May you walk the path of quiet resilience, and may your life be enriched by the virtue of living true to yourself. Thank you for watching, and may peace and clarity be with you.